Back from my business trip, my fiancé said he'd pick me up. A female was driving my Lamborghini, Jamie. I thought she'd come for me. Hunter sent you? The woman shoved me forward. Who the hell are you? Look at your shabby ass, you're not even worthy of touching the paint. Get lost before you dirty my car. I picked myself off the ground and was about to stand and prove who I was when she answered her phone. You promised the car was mine. Now that she's back, you're taking my baby away? Hunter, you're joking, right? Hearing his name, I knew this was Hunter's newly hired secretary. I pulled the key fob from my bag, but it was dead. Hunter jogged up. I told you to grab a cab home. Instead, you brawl with my secretary in the street. Have you no shame? I swallowed the insult and went straight to the office. The first thing I did was fire Secretary Jade. Hunter said I was overreacting. It was only a little secretary, couldn't I be generous? I opened his closet, racks of her silk pajamas. I laughed bitterly. Little secretary? Even her pajamas are on duty for you, how very devoted. Secretary Jade darted behind Hunter like a terrified kitten. Sterling, I didn't know she was Scarlet. I was only protecting your car. Hunter's face was cold and world-weary as he lifted me from the pavement and dusted the grit off my clothes. Stop the drama and come home. I thought he'd take my hand and abandon her, but he reached for Jade first. Jade's hurt tonight, she can't drive. I'll take her home. His eyes brimmed with tenderness for her. Casually he dumped me, so I snatched his key. Let her walk. It's my car, why should she ride? I raised a finger to her nose, ready to call her the mistress, when tourists started trashing me. Looks like the side chick trying to oust the wife, those two are a perfect match. Shameless, claiming the car is hers. She should become a nun, no man would want her. More and more voices cursed me. Jade smirked, what CEO? She borrows Hunter's clout, drives Hunter's supercar, and plays at being a rich wife, how pathetic. She sighed for effect, false alarm. For a second I really thought Hunter had some sugar mama, but it's just a washed-up old. Because I like plain clothes, hate makeup, and had traveled in sweats and a basic backpack, the crowd decided I was trash. When I pulled out my phone to call for help, Hunter sat in the Lamborghini and dialed 3 bodyguards to stand by. No one was to help me. My battery died, I had no cash. In the sweltering heat I was soon soaked in sweat. From the car Hunter sneered, I've told you to lose weight. Today's perfect, I'll have 3 bodyguards supervise your workout. Run home. If you don't run, you don't eat. My stomach was hollow, and home was 30 miles away, my legs would snap. Hunter, you eat my food, live in my house, drive my car, is this how you repay me? Get out. Hand over the keys. When he saw I was about to collapse, he jumped out and pressed water to my lips. Jade tugged his sleeve. Hunter, you're too soft. She's faking sleep to milk your pity. Is the run over? I really want to watch her legs break, douse her and make her run. He splashed me awake. Jade clung to him, grinning. What are you staring at? Start running or no dinner. While she urged, she opened a live stream. Starving and out of options, I forced myself up and began to run. She stuck out her foot and sent me sprawling face first. I looked at Hunter in despair. You'll torture me like this? Don't forget, if Dad learns I'm not home, he'll track me down. When his fury hits, don't beg me to spare you. A shudder ran through Hunter. Once he'd crossed Dad by blowing my money at clubs, and Dad had busted his cervical spine with an iron bar. Bruises still linger on his back. The sky darkened and a furious downpour began. Hunter helped Jade into the car first, then fetched an umbrella and held it over me. Don't breathe a word to your father. You get to jog 5 miles behind the car, no less. I pushed myself upright. I must have been blind to ever love you. He let go. The wind snatched the umbrella and I spent the night soaked. No traffic passed on the deserted road. I dragged my 150-pound frame for hours, still far from home. By moonlight Hunter returned in the Lamborghini. Scarlet, last chance, right now. Dylan, hand over your license and sign the car to me, and I'll take you home. I limped until I reached a dimly lit small town street. A couple saw me drenched and offered help, but I said, that Lamborghini is mine, drive me to the city and it's yours. It was better when I said nothing. The moment I spoke, every word twisted into their lie. The golden in that car obviously belongs to some dynasty family, they sneered. And you, a broke old, dare claim it's yours? Why not go on and say the guy inside is your fiancé too? I nodded. They answered with pure disgust. Auntie, we were going to help you, but your heart is filthy. Vain people don't deserve pity. Get lost. My throat was so dry no sound came out at first. I rasped, it really is my car. My dad bought it for me. Inside the Lamborghini, Hunter motioned for bodyguard to search me again. If you won't play nice, don't blame me. Come here, all three of you, pat her down. See if she's hiding a driver's license. Right then traffic stepped in front of me. I clutched his sleeve like it was a life raft. Officer, I'm being bullied. This is my car. I'm the owner. Traffic asked for my license. I froze, it was at home. Hunter dragged his feet, talking on his phone for a full hour before he finally handed over a license. That slip of plastic proved the Lamborghini was Hunter's. My legs gave out, I sat hard on the pavement. Impossible. This car is mine. Dad paid for it. I only let him drive it to pick me up. How can it be his? Jade lifted her phone and started streaming. Hashtag live liar old swears Lamborghini is hers, tries to mooch exotic ride hashtag. People around me pointed and jeered. Shameless much? Spot a supercar and decide it's yours? Look at that CEO spoiling his cute wife, guess Miss Nobody got jealous, probably failed at cash extortion, now fakes papers to survive. I couldn't take it. Anyone lend me a charge? I'll hand over a Lamborghini as thanks. Everyone laughed, calling me insane. Jade stepped out, power bank in hand. I'll be the good Samaritan. Charge away, make your call. I panicked, hesitated, she started to pull back, but I snatched it, plugged in. 1 minute later my phone blinked to life. I dialed Dad, out of service. Signal's awful here, the call won't go through. Jade simpered. Oh, Scarlett, we all have bars. Why mysteriously yours doesn't? Wind whipped around me, not a single voice rose in my defense. Ellis, I locked eyes with Hunter. You swear this car's yours? Then name what's in the trunk. He stammered, couldn't. I said, my birthday present to you is in there. He sprang to the tailgate, excitement dying when he found it empty. Scarlett, you tricked me. I reached deeper, pulled the spare key hidden beneath the carpet, hit unlock, slid behind the wheel. Before I could drive off, Hunter and 3 bodyguards slammed me to the asphalt. He yanked the key from my fist, trotted back, gunned the engine, and aimed the nose at me. The car lurched out of control. Hunter's eyes widened in terror, but it kept coming. Metal rolled over my legs, blood painted the street. I bit back a scream and saw Jade's smug grin. Scarlett, care for round 2? The vehicle was steady now, yet on her cue Hunter reversed, crushing me again. I stayed silent, confidence intact, because traffic's cruisers were speeding our way. Hunter, the police are here. You're trapped, he sneered. Ooh, I'm shaking. No cavalry for you. Beg. Get on your knees. Siren wails cut him off. He panicked, tried to bolt, cuffs clicking around his wrists before he made it 10 feet. Traffic rushed me to the hospital. Hunter and Jade were hauled to the precinct. When I came to, an officer marched the pair in for confrontation. Vance, we found your fiancé forged your license, causing the crash. We can pursue this privately or press criminal charges, your call. I looked at Hunter, he shook, wrists cuffed, kneeling. Scarlett, I was wrong. I shouldn't have hurt you. Please forgive me, Jade whimpered beside him. Hunter, what about me? I just graduated, my internship, don't drag me down. He hurled contempt at her. Useless. Kneel and beg the CEO. Stop faking innocence. I only kept you because you resemble Scarlett. My spinning head cleared, amused by their circus. I'll settle privately. My legs are fine, I'll negotiate with them. Thanks, officers. Once the cuffs clicked off, freedom lit their eyes again. But a wolf's heart never turns human. Freedom only fed their hunger for the next scheme. Hunter heard I kept 10 exotics at home. Under my nose he swiped one, gifted it to Jade, then soothed her. I was acting for Scarlett's benefit. I tracked the GPS that night straight to her rental. 1 man, 1 woman, lights off until dawn. Perfect scene for blackmail. I filmed them, until someone hacked my cloud, stitched my face onto the girl in the clip, reducing me to the messy bed girl for the internet to mock. People online were doxing me, and most of them were cheering for Hunter and Jade. I called Hunter and confronted him. He shrieked back, "Now you're suspecting me? I stopped driving because of you. Letting Jade borrow a car for fun is nothing. Scarlett, we're not even married yet and you're already tracking my every move. Once we tie the knot, am I going to be a bug crushed in your palm, my freedom pinned down? It's just a car. You've got 3 registered in your name. I drive one, you drive one, Jade drives one, perfect." Why the tantrum? He didn't give me a second to speak, then roared, "Wasn't it you who started the online hate by invading Jade's privacy? If you hadn't secretly filmed us, could she have edited the clip to frame you?" I'd been waiting for that exact line. "So you admit Jade doctored my video, right?" He grunted a yes and I hung up instantly. I went to the precinct and handed Detective Wu the recording I'd made the night before. I realized Detective Wu was the neighborhood kid I hadn't seen since grade school. The dirty, smelly big kid next door had grown into a tall, chiseled officer. "Little Scarlett?" I nodded. "I saw the posts. People were dragging some Scarlett, thought it was a namesake. Never figured it was really you. Don't worry, the case is mine now. I'll get you justice." Before I could thank him, Hunter walked in. He'd been held overnight and was here to retrieve his old phone. "Scarlett, you idiot, what are you doing here?" Detective Wu stepped between us. "This is a police station. Watch your tone." Hunter tried to shove me. Detective Wu blocked him. "Scarlett, we're Dylan getting married, are you trying to slap a green hat on me now?" Detective Wu, 2 cars registered to me were taken without permission and secretly signed over to other people. I'm breaking up with him. His slanderous posts and doctored videos have ruined my life, and I want justice. Panic washed over Hunter's face, his glare turned soft and pleading. "Scarlett, I know you're mad about the cars. I only let Jade drive them so we could keep them in top shape. You know how pricey maintenance is. I wanted to lighten your load. Dylan, I'll have her bring them right back." I laughed in disgust, gave Detective Wu last night's recording, then turned to the fidgeting Hunter. "And that maliciously edited video you and Jade posted, care to explain?" He mumbled incoherently. I gave him one last chance. "Call Jade and let's sort this face to face." "Speak of the devil," Jade roared up in my Lamborghini. "Hunter, got the old phone?" Seeing me, she smirked. "Scarlett, here to frame us again with your fake evidence?" Hunter barked, "Shut up and give Scarlett her car back." "Why?" "You swore your company's soaring, said we don't need Scarlett anymore. You promised to marry me and buy me 3 Lamborghinis. Forgot already?" I shook my head with a cold smile. Once, Hunter had been just another pampered heir. After Sterling went bankrupt and Richard died, my family threw him a lifeline so his startup could keep breathing. Watching his face flash green then white, I pressed harder. I snatched his old phone. He lunged for it but Detective Wu blocked him. Scrolling through the transfer records, every line showed 5-figure amounts. I frowned at him. "Your company's shares aren't worth this kind of cash. Where'd you get it, and why'd you funnel every cent to Jade?" Hunter dropped to his knees, clutching my slacks. "Scarlett, I messed up, I really did. Forgive me one more time." "Forgive what?" I kicked his hand away. "Please tell me you didn't embezzle my assets." Jade yanked him up. "You said your company already went public, that you built it yourself, and you..." Hunter shoved her off. "Shut your mouth." Then he looked at me gently. "Scarlett, she used me again and again until I fell into her trap. I figured a fresh grad deserved a break. You always say a helping hand warms the heart. I didn't think." I pointed at the endless transfers from my accounts to his, then the identical sums he'd forwarded to Jade. "So you practiced charity with my money." "Smart, Hunter, real smart." He crawled back, hugging my leg. "Scarlett, I'll make her pay us back. Even if she dies, she'll pay us back." I kicked him off in disgust. "That's my money, not ours. Learn the difference." Detective Wu asked, "Are we doing this the official way or settling privately?" "There's more to sort out. For starters, detain Jade, her antics are wrecking my life." Jade shook like a leaf, the Lamborghini key slipped from her fingers. Hunter scooped it up and jammed it into my hand. Right, we've got plans, Scarlett. I still love you. Let me drive you home. Jade clung to him, trembling. Hunter, I'm scared. I'm yours now. You can't dump me, I've got a Lamborghini date at Ocean Garden. Hunter's face twisted in disgust. Go play in prison for a while. I told you, stop digging into Scarlett's privacy, but you had to make noise. I can't save you. I walked out of the station. I wanted to give Hunter one last chance. I asked him if he had ever brought a woman into the house while I was away. He shook his head hard. No. I only love you, Scarlett. I've never hit on anyone else. Then he hesitated and added, only once. Female came to drop off documents and left right away. I opened his closet. It was stuffed with women's nightgowns. I gave a bitter laugh. Little secretary? Even her pajamas are devoted to you? That's some serious flirting. He started to drop to his knees, but I kicked him hard between the legs. He doubled over, howling in pain. Hunter, I gave you 3 chances, thinking you might change. Turns out you're still the same, shameless. When the pain ebbed and he realized soft tactics wouldn't work, he threatened me. Scarlett, don't think I don't know, you're in cahoots with that Detective Wu, aren't you? I slowly swept my gaze across his sinister face. Don't forget, we've slept together. If he finds out I had you, do you really think he'll stay with you? I slapped his left cheek with a crisp snap. He grinned grotesquely and kept talking. Even if he doesn't mind, the rumors online are already endless. I've hired people to Photoshop every picture of you. They'll smear you forever. If you're not afraid of the hassle, go ahead, clear your name again and again. Then he raised his phone, aimed the camera at me, and started a live stream. Everyone, look, this woman is fabricating evidence to ruin Sterling. You've all seen what she's done before. I stared at the scrolling comments, fury racing through me. This chick has no shame, she'll do anything for money. Classic gold digger move, so dirty. She looks hot, but her actions are downright ugly. The man in front of me was fanning my rage like gasoline. I lunged to snatch the phone, but he drawled in a faux tea-spilling tone, see? She's trying to grab my phone and destroy evidence. My loyal followers, save everything, help me testify later. Below, a swarm backed him up. Sam, I've got proof she cheated. If she deletes it, I'll Dylan send you copies. For sure, I've got tons of her sleazy videos, don't even want to open them. Eradicate evil, lock this witch up. I shouted at Hunter, what exactly did you upload? Did you paste Jade's face over mine in those clips? Hunter feigned shock. See that, folks? She's still trying to frame someone else, shift the blame. Avoid women like this, everyone. I pulled out my phone to call Detective Wu, but Hunter wrenched it away. Calling in the cavalry now? He lifted my phone and smashed it to the floor, shattering it. Every piece of evidence I had was inside that phone. I crouched to gather the shards. He stomped on my hand and ground his heel until the bones cracked. He turned, burned the nightgowns, tied me to a chair, locked the door from the inside, and vanished. Meanwhile, Jade had already been bailed out by Hunter. The two of them took my fortune and fled abroad. Dad and Mom searched for 3 days and couldn't find me. Detective Wu discovered me a week later, still locked inside. I was nearly rotting, 7 days without food or water, skin and bones. Police contacted overseas units and cast a wide net. Hunter was arrested. At the time he was sipping $50,000 wine, his arm around the curvaceous Jade, ocean breeze in their faces. When the officers arrived he panicked and tried to run, but there was no escape. When he saw me again, he acted as if he didn't recognize me. I don't know her, who is this? I have zero connection to her. I want my lawyer. You'll regret this. My voice was hoarse, my body gaunt. He had grown plump and prosperous. Hunter, the moment you locked me up for a week, you should have known I'd end up like this, thanks to you. Panic flashed in his eyes, only then did he realize I was Scarlett. Scarlett? I let out a soft laugh. Thought I was dead, didn't you? That you'd never see me again. Hunter's face crumpled in remorse, tears streaming. He reached for my hand. I felt only revulsion. Filthy, don't touch me. Scarlett, I was only. I cut him off with a mocking smile. Another excuse? I had Richard brought to the precinct. Go on, tell Uncle Richard your latest lie. I hadn't wanted Richard here, his health was fragile and he'd been hospitalized. I had been the one caring for him, though I hid it from Hunter, telling him Richard was simply traveling abroad. Now I laid everything bare for both Richard and the jail-clad Hunter. Richard slapped Hunter's left cheek. "You worthless disgrace." Tears poured down Hunter's face as he lifted his cuffed hands in the interrogation room. "I was wrong, Dad, really wrong. Beg Scarlett for me, she'll listen to you. I'm your only son, I still need to take care of you in your old age. You can't lose me, go beg her." Richard shook his head. "You committed a capital crime, there's nothing I can do to save you." He turned to leave, and Hunter screamed after him, "Dad, you can't abandon me. I can change, I swear I'll change, just give me one last chance. Dad, don't walk away." Richard wanted me to say a final few words to Hunter, but I had nothing left to say. Yet when I looked at Richard's aged, pitiful face begging me to see Hunter one last time, Ellis, still went. "Scarlett, you once promised that if I messed up, you'd correct me and give me another chance." Hunter rested his cuffed hands on the counter under the glass, leaned toward the receiver, and spoke. I shook my head. "Hunter, 3 strikes and you're out. I gave you chance after chance, from the car you handed Jade to the day I bailed you out. How many more did you need? But for money, for another woman, you tried to starve me to death. I will never forgive you. That was attempted murder, and the court will never forgive you either." A grievous mask slid over Hunter's face, he wiped his tears with his sleeve. "It wasn't like that. I was possessed at the time. Jade put every idea in my head. I even came looking for you, but she stopped me and I couldn't get through." By then Jade had been detained as well, and the two told opposite stories, each blamed the other. It was always Hunter's fault. "I did nothing wrong. I didn't kill anyone, never asked for money directly, everything came from Hunter. I'm innocent." In the end the court found Jade guilty of no direct homicide and sentenced her to 1 year in prison. Hunter received the death sentence. Inside prison Hunter became a model worker, hoping to delay the execution. He wrote me letter after letter, begged every officer for a visit, and labored extra hours to earn a reprieve. 1 year later, the smear campaign against me was gradually cleared from all over social media. I reappeared in the public eye as the CEO of Vance, no longer a woman living in disgrace, my career now in full ascent. I returned to the house Hunter and I once shared, torched every last thing inside, and transferred ownership to a stranger. Only later did I discover the buyer was Jade. Unaware the place had been mine, she thought it still belonged to Hunter. The price was irresistibly low. Fresh out of jail and penniless, she scraped together her only savings and, through a real estate agency, bought it on loan. When I saw her again she wasn't yet 30 but carried herself like a 50-year-old, back stooped, serving tea and water in a greasy diner, scolded by customers for no reason. I called her name and realized she was now deaf and mute. Detective Wu told me she had sobbed and screamed every day behind bars until her voice tore and chronic infections stole her hearing. Hunter's appeals ran out, the death sentence was carried out. On his final morning I received 999 emery from him. I burned the letters without reading a single one. Richard had his son's grave moved to the family plot. A year later Richard passed away as well. I didn't attend the funeral, I had no reason to. Sterling soon lay in ruins. Sterling owed its employees huge sums, and Hunter's mother was dogged by creditors. When she showed up at my gate I closed the door and called the police. Detective Wu said she was out of options and begged me to help, if only for my past connection to Hunter. I refused, but still offered her one line: a son pays with his life, a mother with her debt, that's the order of things. After saying goodbye to her I bought a ticket abroad. The overseas life I once promised Hunter became the starting point of my own new journey. I found a house by the shoreline. Sitting beside the sea felt wonderfully freeing. I scrolled through my phone, tapped Hunter's name, and blocked him. Every WhatsApp thread with him was deleted. A message popped up from Detective Wu. "How about going on a sweet romance with an officer?" I replied, "So how do we start this sweet romance?" From farther down the beach came a warm, magnetic voice calling my name, "Little Scarlett, will you marry me?" I leaned down to kiss him, he lifted me into his arms. "Let the love I give you now erase the hurt you knew. From this day on I'm the one who shields you for life." Reporters from every gossip site swarmed to cover my career and my wedding. One even asked whether I could forgive Hunter. After all, we had once been the city's golden couple. I shook my head. The greatest regret of my life is that I ever loved him, but regret is powerless history. I'm walking forward, hand in hand with you. I took Detective Wu's hand and walked toward the altar. 2 hearts answering each other was enough. Thanks for listening to today's story. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate it? If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and share it with friends. We look forward to reading your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more gripping tales. See you next time.